Hello, welcome back to Timna,
A new pharaoh.
an expedition to Sinai. Didn't I say? I remember where it was, I couldn't remember the city name though. With me by Jingo, welcome to ancient Egypt, etc, etc. Anyway, a new pharaoh, Den, has taken the throne of Egypt. Pharaoh is deeply concerned that his enemies have begun to threaten our borders and our nation lacks adequate supplies of valuable copper and needed to create weapons in which to equip our troops. Pharaoh Den has ordered a mining expedition to the unforgiving land of Sinai, beyond our borders and deep within Bedouin territory. The area known as Timna is rich in gold and copper ore, as well as precious turquoise gemstones, but it is otherwise barren. There's also oil there as well, but we don't know about that yet. Conditions there will be harsh and you will need to import many amenities, perhaps even additional food and fine linen. No, that won't be a problem. Pharaoh will demand frequent shipments from Sinai and will ask you for money, copper, gemstones and weapons. You can use any surpluses of these items to help support your expedition, but always be on your guard, for the Bedouin and the Sinai desert are formidable adversaries and will not willingly allow foreigners to occupy their land, let alone plunder their mineral wealth. Foreigners. Oh, we're the foreigners this time. Soldiers and forts. Fellow goes to a recruitment office, he gets conscripted, given a weapon, and told, go over there. Easy. Right. This is rather unforgiving. There's some ostriches. Ostrichi. There's some copper. Well, some ore. And there's lots more. And that's where the Bedouin come from. Well, they also come from up there. Kind of ruins it, doesn't it? I've played this game before. So we'll build a nice housing estate around about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then across there like that. Bunch of houses this side, bunch of houses that side, and some houses this side which will provide the staff for the gold mine that will be put here. Gold! Sorry, I don't know where that came from. 4 gold mines will exhaust my treasury nicely. Want a architect's post there. We also want, standard architect's post. Firehouse, police station, water supply, bazaar, and physician. We'll leave it at that. Oh. And temple only to Seth this time. It's just Seth, the god of war, and possibly, yeah, just war. God of destruction. Do beg his pardon. Well, yes, I do have to beg his pardon if he's god of destruction. He'll destroy me. I'll put a thing there and put the village palace there. With a firehouse and architect's post either side. And a roadblock, and then put a road over here. Another roadblock there. And it's going to be a granary, 2 storage yards, and a bunch of hunting lodges. 3, 4. Yep, they can walk. I know the ostriches are... Ostriches. I wish they'd hunt something else. I'm having difficulty pronouncing ostriches today. That's better. Another roadblock. And we'll see where this takes us. Special orders. Accept chickpeas and game meat. Accept beer and pottery. Actually, they want you to get beer and pottery. Now, there's all this grassland that I'm not even really using. This is what I really like about it. If you plan it well, you don't need hardly any grassland at all. I shouldn't say for a harsh land, this is actually pretty lush. I was playing on one of the custom missions last night, and it was basically just a single oasis, a single spot of water about half the size of that, from which to base everything off of. It was quite a challenge. I can't remember what happened. I think half my city burnt down, so I had to quit. Well, I didn't have to quit, but I didn't feel I was enjoying it as much as I could do. Oh, I always forget this. Firehouse and an architect's post for the granary and storage yards. Bush. It all comes to life as soon as the first crude hut comes down. And there he is. And how crude. You can hear it swearing from here. Boom, boom. What's black shoots out of the ground and shouts knickers? Crude oil. What's black shoots up the ground and shouts underwear? Refined oil. Oh, I'm telling jokes from that joke book again. How many employees am I short by? 97. That's quite a lot. The trouble is, I'm always too ambitious when I start a new city. I'm like, I will build this here and this there, and then we'll start up this industry there, this industry there. And then the first crude hut comes down with 5 people in. Need 400 employees. Oh, rats. And there's your priest of... Don't work at the farms, thank you. It's a priest of destruction. Like, is a priest of Seth, the god of destruction, himself destructive? Has everyone got employees there? I would really like, yes, an architect to appear any time now, because I don't want to rebuild those gold mines because they're expensive. I've noticed, yeah, everything's expensive on hard difficulty. Like, costs and wages go up, and I think something like import money goes down, so your budgets are always tighter. Oh, I need you to get, yes, something like that. Yep, everything's going nicely. I've only got one god, so I may as well keep an eye on him. He's amiable at the moment, so that's probably not going to last. I'll put a few more shrines in to Seth. Or Set. It's either or, I think. It's the same with Bast, I think. You can miss off parts of the name. Seth and Set are the same, and Bast and Bast. I can't remember Bashed or Bast, or something like that. That's what happens when you try. Steady on! Fine. It's a bit away. Copper. I've not really set anything up yet, and you're already asking me for copper. A nice long road to about there, which we'll put a roadblock on because we don't want him to walk off into distance. What is it with the novelty of the new road? As soon as they build it, everyone's walking down across the harsh Sinai desert to God only knows. So this is the bit I don't particularly like, building houses for the express intention of funding, providing sort of access to housing for a particular area, but needs must because you can't. Actually, you can support a housing block there. Huh, I might do that a bit later on. And a police station. And then we want a storage yard there that accepts copper. And hopefully that'll all be sorted before Pharaoh gets shirty with me. Gets shirty. Right, we're 10 minutes in and we've got a city. I mean, it's not got any jugglers or anything like that, but can't afford it at the moment. Now that's a brave ostrich. It's just standing there at the city junction. How much do they mine? It's about 100 every time. And how often do they... I wonder how much gold they produce in a year. It's suppose we'll find out in due course. So here's the immigrants that are going to live in some miserable accommodation. Absolutely miserable. They're never going to get any better than crude huts. Living next door to a copper mine. I think you can make a hit signal after that. It's like living next door to Alice, but different. Pharaoh wonders why Men-nefer has not received 500 ingots. It's because I've only just... You're first year in. Basically shipped me out to the middle of nowhere. And 6 months later said, right, where's my 500 copper? Most unreasonable. That's 300. 400. Oh, there's some more people that want to live there. Okay. Each to their own. Now, I have the money. Oh, I've got the money for a pavilion, so that's what I will build. Yes. There you go, Your Majesty. Your Excellency. I don't know, what do you call a pharaoh? You call a monarch a majesty. Excellency? I think that's got more to do with, like, emperors. Well, I just got that idea of civilization too, I'll be honest. Your Majesty. Oh, that was good. They had like the advisors that would talk to you, and had the attitude advisor was an Elvis impersonator. I don't mean to be stepping on your blue suede shoes, sir, but a blood without luxuries, like a hound dog without a bone. It's not happy. Oh. Wise men say, we're only fools of an empire without luxuries. King. Anyway, that's enough of that. What I can do is I can sell my copper to the highest bidder, to anyone, to everyone, to the world map, to the world map, to the Batcave, no, to the world map. The best Batman ones are, of course, the Adam West Batmans. I won't hear it. They used to be on, I think, BBC 4 for a time. And we watched them, they're just so bad, they're so corny. Oh dear. So hopefully something or other Batman. Hopefully a dysentery Batman. What are they? And there's a bit where he's like running down the street with like great big like, basically it looks like a huge bomb that's evidently made out of paper mache or cardboard or something. He wants to dispose of it. He runs towards like the seafronts and there's like a set of ducks and ducklings and he runs over to the street and there's some nuns and he runs back again. Oh, it's so bad it's good. I think my brother got me the Adam West Batman movie for Christmas. I've not watched it. I have I have problems watching movies. I can't dedicate an hour and a half to watching a movie, but I can let 6 hours fly by playing a game. Oh hum. Right, we've got an unemployment rate of 25%. To the clay pits! 2 will do. Do that, and then go around there like that. Something like that. A roadblock there. And 4 potters. There, and there, and there, and there. Good. And a firehouse and an architect's post. And everybody gets jobs. Hurrah! And what I might do is create a housing estate over there to provide houses, proper houses for these people there. So, yeah. I mean, what you can do with that, it doesn't have to be like a whole block, like a solid rectangle. You can say do that and then squash it across by 2, bring it down. As long as it's replicated on either side. So it's something like that. But that's kind of... What I might be better off doing is make it into a cornerstone piece like that. I mean, it's functionally the same. It just allows you to fit things in weird ways. I like it. Of course I'd like it. Oh, no, it's a cement mixer, I think. Or like something to do with gravel. Sorry, there was a freight truck going past the window and I was trying to decide what it was. Never mind, it's not a game that you can play because of course you can't see it, but never mind. Oh, I'm out of money. Export it all. Like, all of it. Just take it now. Right, so if we put that in there, there's a couple there. I move that roadblock there, and I want to get rid of those houses there. Hopefully they'll move over there. And move the roadblock to over there. And the reason why I want to do this is that you can provide nice stuff to these houses there, and it looks better on your stats, I think. Or maybe I'm just being stubborn. That's probably it. So a water supply, 67. That's expensive. And a bazaar, but I don't think the bazaar will go that far. The bazaar will not go that far. Ha 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 ha. We can't pray to Ptah to make the bazaar go that far, because Ptah is afar. I'm all out. I'm done. That's me done, sorted. Somebody's given me 3,000 Debon, so I will squander it on entertainment. Conservatoire and a dance school. Now what you can also do is export gemstones, which are naturally quite valuable. But copper's valuable as well. Copper costs 240 to import, 185 to receive. Yeah, that's another way that it messes with things, like on hard difficulty. Like on easy difficulties, that might be 220 and 200 or something like that. The difference between importing and export costs, it really tightens your belt. You have to have quite an efficient city to bear the brunt. I also need somebody to come along and buy them. Hello? Oh, hello. It's the trader's life for you. Hurry up. Oh, keeping people gainfully employed. Right, those houses look a bit miserable, so I'm going to build a nice large statue of the Pharaoh so they have a reminder of who their boss is. The boss says upgrade your house. There we go. I'll put a few plazas down. And what I might want to consider doing is having a few weapons smiths. Just 3. And a recruiter there. Because the Bedouins will be arriving anytime now. So I want a fort away from the population. Nobody wants to live next to a fort. I don't know, I would have imagined that it would have been... Well, it's secure if nothing else. Yeah, but soldiers are noisy and rambunctious. And Pharaoh wants 500 again. Like a spoilt... What did he do with the last 500? Oh, like a spoilt child. Yes! 1,000 people, now call your city home. How much did you buy? 800. And you're buying another 800. It's a good job Pharaoh requested the goods when he did, because I'm now all out. I'm all out of copper, but my coffers are nice and full. 2,960 off of exports, and that's not the maximum. That's 1600 copper that I have sold to Sinai, and they can buy 4,000. Very nice. Trouble is that the other copper's on this side, and the road has to go all the way down there and all the way back up again. It's pretty tenuous. So unemployment is 10%. Okay, that's fine. Oh, it's got to get quoted in the papers, isn't it? Governor says 10% unemployment. That's fine. Looks like we could do with some beer. Say that again in a funny voice. Beer. Oh, yeah, that's what I need as well. I need a sense of purpose. No. I need to get a life and stop playing video games on the internet. No. A granary. That's what I want. I want a... Why is it so big? Can you not make the granary a bit smaller, please? What we can do is put the storage yard there and set them, this is clever, set them to get beer and pottery. And then somewhere we can build a granary. It's a fire at the dance school. Panic at the disco. That spread quickly. It's okay, I just lost my entire supply of food. Whatever. I've got the money now, so that's not a problem. Built a firehouse, that won't happen again. That's going in the headline of the papers. Governor says 10% of employment is fine. Governor allows dance school to burn down. Thousands injured. Well, at least 20. There's 20 people who work there. Oh, that was 10. And I wasn't responsible for the conservatory burning down. That was just nature. So I want a juggler school again and a granary. So that's the granary. Oh, I think I need to plug something in. I'm running out of flash. I've got a flashing light. Pharaoh wants gems. Pharaoh can sod off. Oh, sorry. But we're all thinking it, right? Right? Do you know how expensive gemstone mines are? 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit. No, four's the limit, not the sky. 4. Now, hopefully they can get access to employees. I mean, it's a fairly simple line. There, gems. And of course, that's where the Bedouins come down. Oh! Festival Square. I was going to build a Festival Square, wasn't I? And throw a party to Seth. A lavish festival. And what Seth can do is he can promise to strike down any people that come to invade your city, which is nice. Let me just get a plug to plug this in, because I'm a bit worried I'm going to run out of power any moment now. I'll be back in just a second. Sorry about that. To add to the excitement, I also knocked a cup of tea over, just to keep things interesting. I tried to find a plug before the battery ran out, and I also knocked the tea over, so I had to mop that up, and I failed in both. The battery did run out. Never mind. Anyway, gemstones to you. Now there shouldn't be a problem finding employees because they're down there. You just got to look in the right direction for them, but then that's asking a lot of this game. Right, yes, of course, good, yes. There are already too few jobs for the existing population. Crimea River. So we're going to put a granary there. No, with orders to get maximum of both. And the storage yard is already doing his thing. We've managed to turn this into quite a thriving city. And there's plenty of copper ore there, but we just can't get to it. There's sand in the way. And now a military fort, but mustn't complain. Now these houses are a bit ramshackle, but I don't particularly want to upgrade them because they will then hold more people who will then want jobs and then complain at me when they've not got one. So what I will do is I put a storage yard. Perhaps I ought to import some. Import some barley somewhere. Newt? No, you just sell game needs. What a boring place Newt is. I'm glad I got out of there quickly. And there's Necken. Sells flax. Nobody sells any barley. It just sells the beer. But I'm a cheapskate. I could turn flax into linen. But what's the point? Nobody buys it. Well, that's disappointing. I'll scrap that idea then. Well, how am I supposed to keep people employed? Bedouins will arrive in 1 year. Not now. I've other things to worry about. Pharaoh wants 1,500 gems in 9 months. Oh, right so. And they're doing a very good job, very bad job, sorry, of finding workers. I mean, there's plenty of workers, they're just not getting them. Peculiar. Yeah, just help yourself. What's mine is yours, Your Majesty. How does Seth feel about me? Amiable. He's got 3 shrines and 1 temple, so that's 250. About 625 people. Yeah, there's not enough shrines. Need a lot more shrines to Seth. Perhaps I ought to put them near the forts. Fine, I'll buy some beer then, since I can't brew my own apparently. Gold, copper. Yeah, the industry here is not terribly good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the road you have to take goes all the way down there. And there's not necessarily any houses at the end of it. Does that work? Sort of. No, they're not travelling that far. They're only going down to there and then turning around again. Idle gets. Pharaoh wonders why Men-nefer has not received 1,500 gems. I don't know. Perhaps because he didn't give me any warning. Some people. Firehouse, Architect's Post, Police Station. Right. Ooh. We've got some food after all. It's a bit of a circular route. Couldn't you? Shall I build a bypass through there? How does Seth feel about me? Benevolent! In fact, it looks like he's going to give me a blessing. One would hope. Unemployment rate of 2%. That's reasonable. Oh, you need it. Not now. You need a temple to Seth. What's your problem? Oh, you live next door to Amiga Shanty. Well, don't get too snobby. Like 2 seconds ago, you were Amiga Shanty yourself. Whew. There you go, your pharaonic majesty. Just help yourself. Because you have satisfied request for 885 Devons. Great. Help yourself. And those poor slobs there, forever living in the crude hut, they can't even find any water. I'm sure this can be arranged a lot better, but I'll do that later. In the meantime, we have an unemployment rate of 10%. Let's make it worse by upgrading them to a spacious apartment. Specious apartment. Oh, thank you. 1,600 chickpeas. Very nice. You need to get maximum of both. There we go. Now what's missing there? Can I educate them? Yes I can. Education, 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 education. Whatever. Does somebody sell... Huh. One of these cities opens up trade later on in the mission, I think. Otherwise, it's really quite something. My kingdom rating has risen. Yay! Visit the Overseer. So, yes, I want to break free. Get away. Let's export the beer and import some flax. No, I can't. Fine, continue to import. Let's export the gems though, I've got no truck with them. Luxury goods. I can export them, but I can't make them. I can't build a jeweler. Unemployment rate of 8%. I suppose I could weave some flax. This all is pretty amazing considering it's all in the middle of a desert. Where are you not? Well, what about him? He'll accept them. Ah. I haven't got time for that. Seth, if you want to make yourself useful, now's a good time. You can promise to strike down my enemies. In fact, I'll even hold a festival to you. Well, I'm pretty prepared for anything that's going to get thrown away, I think. It's so unthreatening the music hasn't even changed. So when you compare it to the sort of Total War games I've been playing, the combat in this game is a little lackluster. Where are they? There they are. Have at 'em, boys. Have at 'em, boys. Can't even get a good view of them. There we are. Oh, that's somebody on the phone. I suppose I'll have to get that. Well, that's fixed it. Yeah, that was a bit of a rout. It kind of came at the wrong moment. I'm trying to build a bit of climax here about a battle. I'm getting his phone calls. Which reminds me, where is my phone? Oh, I don't know. Easy as. Just like that. Common festival to Seth for all the good he's done. And good. Right. What's am I missing here? The kingdom rating's too low, the population's too low. Culture is too low. Oh no, it's too high. Just need population and kingdom rating. That's fine. Am I importing papyrus yet? Importing papyrus properly. No, I'm not. That's why there's none in the storage yards. Okay. Another Bedouin army. Yes! Seth approves of your fear and obedience, and so will strike down the next enemies who dare violate your city. Sorted then. Right, now we just need to pump up the population. We'll beautify that with the plazas. That's about it, really. We could perhaps fill up this housing estate with houses, like it should be. There are already too few jobs for the existing population. Ah, well. A nice medium statue there. I like the bird statue. I wouldn't want to live next to it, but I think it's a reasonable design. We'll put a pavilion there. I don't know. Conservatory somewhere around here. Oh, well, we'll have the conservatory down here. Conservatory and the dance school and the juggler's school down here. With another roadblock and a firehouse. Possibly an architect's post. I'm not gonna lie, it's quite a long way to be hauling game meat around. All the way across the city from there to there. I don't envy them, but then again, I'm not going to do anything to alleviate the suffering. Whoa, where did that come from? So, just need to suck up to the Pharaoh, plough it full of people, job's a good one. No access to religious facilities. The temple's right there. Okay. Religion. No time for that. Better when armies come in 6 months. Right. Yes. Then what's your problem? Needs a supply of beer. Well, that can be arranged. I need you to accept a bit of papyrus, otherwise it won't get delivered. Not too much though, because it's expensive. Ooh. Oh, I felt that. Okay, let's look at the budget. 0% register for tax. Ooh. Tax everyone quickly, including backdated taxes that they didn't voluntarily offer up. We'll have a nice large statue of a ram. There. Oh, we like that. Put a few plazas down. Perhaps a few more shrines to... what's his name? Seth. Disease struck sturdy hut. It's okay, don't care. Although I will perhaps put a physician in. So that it doesn't happen again. With 2,000 residents, great! I've got the population goal. I just need to suck up to the Pharaoh now. And that's it. I've got savings. I'll send a gift of cheetahs and giraffes. Almost there. Disease in the crude hut. Can I send another gift? You don't have enough personal savings to make a gift to Egypt. Try paying yourself a bigger salary. Okay. I've got 16 Devon. I suppose you have to wait until the requests come and then fulfill them in good time. What do you want? A second type of food. That can be arranged. Get half each, yeah. Ah, to reward your obedience to him, Seth vows to protect any soldiers sent to far-off lands. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted you to keep your promise and strike them down, Seth. We had a bargain. Never make deals with deities, they're just terrible. There's quite a lot there. Oh, the policeman's having a go. Yeah, you shit. Oh, never mind. Still, credit where it's due. Where the hell are you going? The battle's over there. Well, that was kind of lackluster. Oh, what does Pharaoh think of me now? 67. People are indifferent to me. Don't care. In fact, let's put wages up and put taxes down. Good, sorted. What I might do is import some flax and weave it into linen. Just, you know, busy work. Storage yard, flax, bunch of weavers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a couple more down there, and then that side there. Firehouse, architect's post, roadblocks. Easy. Just need to import the stuff now. So import the I'll open a trade boot to import the flax, to send to the weaver to make to linen. And now we just wait for the kingdom rating to go up. Preferably before everyone flees my city. Over here's doing well. They could do with a courthouse. What's your problem? No pottery. Well, that's not my fault. The storage yard's full of this stuff. Undesirable? Yeah. They are undesirable houses, I agree. Oh. Sorry, I don't know what came over me. Well, some more plazas, some gardens. I think gardens are a pretty inefficient way of increasing desirability. Like, statues are more efficient, but it just looks silly when you've got statues everywhere. We'll reach the city in 6 months. Fine. 67. Okay. Oh, I'm not drawing a personal salary. Yeah. People are annoyed with me because there aren't enough jobs. Quote from the governor. If somebody wants to work in my personal mansion, I'm getting paid 5 Devon a month. I don't know, where else can I possibly employ people? Do I just employ a few more people in the pottery industry? What happened? Disease strikes. Don't care. So, really don't care. Build another clay pit, right, and then all the potters need to go around with it. Potter, 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 potter. Another... Ah! Yes, a request! Whatever. Another potter. There! Now how's unemployment? 24%. That's fine. And that... should be that. Disease strikes. This is more important. Ah! Not by the gemstone mines. Oi! You're going to pay for that. Yeah, you remember, didn't you? Seth did promise to strike down anybody who dared invade my city. Still kind of waiting on that. It would be kind of useful right now. Where are you going? Oi! Stand there and be beaten back by my forces. That'll do. I'm done. There's a Bedouin attack. Don't care. I'm out. Pharaoh applauds you. Through your skilled management, you have successfully defended the city from Bedouin attack. And provided Egypt with the means of defending itself. Took 69 months, got a score of 59,774. You completed this mission successfully, but Peck the Fourth still reigns supreme in the city. Oh, it's the same fella. Anyway, that'll do for today, I think. I'm going to finish having my cup of tea, I'm going to have a spot of lunch, and then, well, I don't know why you want to know about my day. I go swimming a little bit later this afternoon. I went there, what was it, about 3 o'clock Friday. I had the entire pool to myself. It was lovely. And then some people showed up. And there was 2 people in the pool then. It got a bit crowded, so I left. Anyway, yes. Thanks for watching. It got to just under an hour. Probably best to... Didn't want to split this one into 2 videos. I was getting into a bit of a roll with it. And so, yes, I will see you next time. Is it Abjudas? Something like that. I think we might be on the water next. But I will, well, we'll wait and see. I'll see you then.